Hey people, it is Tuesday, December the 24th, otherwise known as Christmas Eve. It is 1:25 in the afternoon and about 0 degrees Celsius. I am here in downtown Toronto on Yonge Street looking south from Gerrard. And I'm at the base of the Aura, which is one of the tallest buildings in the city. And the retail podium here at the Aura has a number of stores, including a urban format IKEA. But most notably, in my opinion, it's also home to one of the deadest malls in the city. Down in the basement level, called the Shops at Aura, or they might have renamed it actually. It used to be called the Shops at Aura. Maybe it still is. But being this is Christmas Eve and all, I thought it would be interesting to go down to the dead mall underneath the Aura just to see if there's any life to it on Christmas Eve with all the last-minute Christmas shoppers. Not that there's much down there to shop at, so I'm not expecting it to be very busy. I think it'll live up to its dead mall reputation even on Christmas Eve. But then after that, I'm going to take a walk down Yonge Street to the busiest mall in the city. So it'll be from one extreme to the other. And that busy mall is the Eaton Centre, of course, which is also the busiest mall in all of North America. But I won't do a full tour of the Eaton Centre. We'll just check it out, just for contrast's sake, after walking around Deadsville here. It's been a little while since I've been down to the Shops at Aura. It might be called the Aura Concourse Shopping Mall now. Not that that will do much to attract more business. Although they do have a nice little tree here. Pardon? I'm just, yeah. It's nice. It's very nice, yeah. So let's check it out. What's new at the Shops at Aura? Well, there are a few more people down here than last time I came through on a regular sort of day. But these tiny little retail spaces are still largely unoccupied. I mean, the ones that are occupied, I guess, are getting some business. This is sort of built in the style of an Asian mall, if you have ever been to one of those before. This might be the liveliest I've ever seen it, actually. Looks like you could play some games in here. Let's see how the food court is looking. Looks like there's a few places that are open. I think that's more than last time I came through. Actually, about 5 places seem to be open right now. This mall opened about 10 years ago. And for the first long while, there was not much of anything down here. And over the last decade, it's gradually sort of filled up, but there's still plenty of empty spaces all through the mall, as you might have noticed. Yeah, there seems to be like 5 or 6 places in the food court that are open right now. That's the most I've ever seen. There's lots of like hair and nail places. And lots of these empty spaces. And I don't think I came through here yet. We still have these 2 sun nails right across from one another. Yeah, this is definitely doing a video. I thought I was looking around like I was lost. I could see how that could be an easy mistake for someone to make. Like sort of stand around and do a few spins sometimes. I think these places charge some pretty exorbitant rent, considering how small they are. I think they're like 250 square feet. Most of them, anyway. Even the ones that do have an obvious business, a lot of them aren't even open right now. Maybe Christmas Eve is not really their day to even get some possible sales, so they figure, why bother? A lot of them seem to be a work in progress. Like maybe something will open up there soon. Back to the twin sun nails again. I think I covered most of it. Not sure how many of these little retail spaces there are altogether. Maybe a couple of hundred if you were to add them all up, because they're so small. But yeah, I think that pretty much does it for the shops at Aura, or whatever it's called now. Maybe the rebranding brought in some additional customers, if there was a rebranding. And they do at least have a Christmas tree. But definitely, this is the busiest I've ever seen it, and maybe the least amount of vacant spaces I've ever seen it also. So it seems like every time I come back here, it has improved a little bit since my last visit. Maybe one day it'll actually be fully leased. And bustling enough. So let's head back up to the street after looking at one of the deadest malls in downtown Toronto, or definitely most bizarre malls in downtown Toronto. And we'll head south down Yonge Street. Towards the busiest mall in Toronto and in North America. But like I said, I did a recent video through the Eaton Centre on Black Friday, so I won't do another full walk. We'll just go and take a look inside just to see what it looks like on Christmas Eve in Toronto's busiest downtown mall, or busiest mall really in the whole city. And we had some snow yesterday. I think we got about 5 centimeters in the city. They were calling for a possible 15 centimeters in some places, but we certainly didn't get anywhere near that in this part of the city anyway. And lots of that snow is already melting. It actually turned to rain last night. And over the next few days, we're having mild weather, including on Christmas Day. So I don't expect what snow we have left to last very long. I think it'll all be melted within a day or two after Christmas. Well, it's certainly busy enough here on Yonge Street. There's a great restaurant, Thai on Yonge. I've mentioned that maybe a couple of dozen times in previous videos.
Fuck, I don't know if we skipped
Concord sky is starting to go skyward. And I wonder if the Zanzibar is open. It seems to be, actually, yeah. I wonder if it's open on Christmas Day also. It probably is. Quite a few places are actually open on Christmas Day here on Yonge Street. Maybe I'll pop into the Atrium, which is another mall right before the Eaton Centre. It's sort of in between the shops at Aura and the Eaton Centre in its level of activity. It's not as dead as the shops at Aura, but it's also not nearly as busy as the Eaton Centre. Oftentimes it's pretty quiet, to be honest, but it's a nice looking mall and it's pretty sizable, but it's literally right across the street from the Eaton Centre, and I think it gets a bit overlooked sometimes. Let's see how that place is looking on Christmas Eve. And there's a direct connection via the path where you can go from the Atrium Mall to the Eaton Centre without going outside if you so desire. So Yonge and Dundas is right straight ahead. And that's the corner where you'll find the Eaton Centre, but here is where you enter the Atrium here. So I guess this is a downtown mall walk here on Christmas Eve. 3 malls in one video. I could have started at College Park actually, which is another small shopping mall right beside the shops at Aura. That would have been a 4 mall walk. I've done that before though, I think, in another video a long time ago. So here's the Atrium. As you can see, this is a much nicer looking mall. Much grander with some nice architecture. And they call it the Atrium because of this. It's an office building built on top of the mall. I think that's probably what supplies this mall with most of its customers, really. There are 2 levels of retail. You got the odd vacancy here and there, but this mall seems to be pretty solidly leased up. I think the food court, though, did suffer some major losses over the pandemic, and it hasn't really recovered from that. That's on the lower level. And this is downtown's only Red Lobster here. You can see the Atrium again on this end. This is a very Instagrammable sort of spot here. Got Uncle Tetsu's. And there's an exit onto Bay Street. So let's go down to the lower level, and a very nice tree there also I just took note of. Let's see if the food court has improved since my last visit. Still looking to be pretty much in the same condition, although some of these places are just closed, I think, at the moment, not permanently. Fuchsia Asian Kitchen has reopened again. I thought it closed down permanently a while ago. Maybe someone took over. That makes me happy. That was a place I used to go to fairly often to get pad thai. They had a really good pad thai for a decent price. Very sizable container, really. Maybe I'll go back and check that out sometime. Seems busier down on this level than it was on the upper level. A nice water feature. Looks like this Rexall has closed. Moon Palace. It's a popular restaurant. You can access some of these restaurants and shops from the street on Dundas Street also, if you don't want to come into the mall. Got a little supermarket there. And the mall map. And a little bookstore here. That's always good. An LCBO store. I think you can access that from outside too. All right, now this is how you get from one mall to the other without going outside. Take the path to the Eaton Centre. And the subway right here at Dundas Station. No train at the moment. But I have plenty of subway videos if you'd like to check that out. And here's where you enter the Eaton Centre. So let's see what it looks like on Christmas Eve here. I wonder if it'll be majority men shopping today. It's the usual madhouse. We'll just go over to where the main Galleria is so we can get a nice shot looking through the mall. Stay ahead of those security guys. And what a difference, right? One of these things is not like the other. I don't know if I'll do a Boxing Day video this year. When I already did the Black Friday video, it would pretty much be just the same. Coming into the heart of the mall here. And yeah, it is rammed in here. Maybe not as busy as on Black Friday, but pretty close. I'll go up to the top level. This mall gets upwards of 100,000 visitors a day. I imagine today it's getting probably double that. And Santa is up there. That's where you find him. I went to see him a couple of times in some previous videos. Down to the lower level. Well, next time I'm in the mall, Christmas will be over and all this Christmas stuff will be gone. So way out and another way out over here, which I think I'm going to take. But you get the idea. This is a busy mall. The busiest. So this will take us out onto Yonge Street. Whew, feels better out here in the air. It's stuffy in the mall. But I guess that about does it. We did our little from one mall to the other walk from downtown's deadest mall, or one of the deadest anyway, the shops at Aura, to the busiest mall with a visit to an in-between mall at the Atrium on Bay. I hope you enjoyed all three malls on Christmas Eve here in Toronto. Leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already done so. And be sure to hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any of my videos. And if you'd like to support the channel, there are links in the description where you can do so via PayPal, as well as via my merch store. Or you can also support the channel by becoming a channel member, or by sending a super thanks if you prefer. And you can find me on Instagram also under KContinuum. So thanks for watching, and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah. To all who celebrate, happy holidays in general. And be sure to keep checking back, because as always, I will continue.